Hey, it's David here, CEO and founder of the Freedom Founders Mastermind community. As I am privileged to have calls and discussions with not only Freedom Founders members, but oftentimes people who are knocking on the door at Freedom Founders just to see if there might be fit or alignment. So many times, hardworking doctors, business owners, practice owners are constantly focused on saving on taxes, really at all costs. Now, look, I'm not against saving on taxes or taking appropriate tax deductions or offsets where it makes sense. But I'm always saying, do not let the tax tail wag the dog, meaning don't let taxes or the potential mitigation, deferment of taxes be the driver in the transactions that you are considering or putting together. Why? Because I've seen it over and over and over again. And even this week, I've seen people that I think are on the verge of making some really bad decisions with their hard-earned money and capital. There are a lot of people out in the space today who are really looking for people like you, who they know hate to pay taxes. Well, none of us like to pay taxes. It's part of the privilege of living in this country, whether you like it or not. We have a lot of privileges here, yet we're almost indoctrinated into thinking that if we're paying very much in taxes at all, that we're stupid or we have a bad CPA and what's wrong with us. And I see that on social media a lot. Don't get sucked in by that. There are people who are ready to prey on you. People who have created constructs, and I'll name some of those in a moment here. But these constructs are all about how they can, through their investment schematic, save, defer taxes on your business sale, your practice sale, and on real estate, and a host of other ways that they can even help offset your active income. Now, there are legitimate ways to do some of those things, but not at the level that many of these promoters, and they are just that, they're promoters who are in a position to charge you very hefty fees, significant fees, add a lot of potential complexity to your life for many, many years, where you will lose control of your money, your capital that you've stewarded for so many years to get it to where it's at today. Mostly this is from the sale of a business, maybe the real estate that went along with it. And these promoters will tell you that they can help you defer the taxes on your business sale, your real estate, and they'll also tell you many times that they can help you offset your current active income through conservation easements, captive insurance. These are listed by the IRS, meaning if you are involved in any of those, your CPA, your tax preparer, has got to check boxes to say, hey, my client is doing these things. It doesn't guarantee an audit. It doesn't even mean that you're doing something illegal. It just means you're going to be looked at. Your returns are going to be scrutinized. Do you even want to invite that into your life, even if you've followed everything in the book and your deal is legitimate? Do you even want to invite that in your life? I just asked the question. Opportunity zones. Okay, that's a big one today as well. Deferred sales trust, monetized installment sale. Those last two, deferred sales trust and monetized installment sale, have to do with you selling the business, the goodwill of the business, and how these promoters will, through their mechanisms, which they say are all blessed and by the IRS code. Of course, they're going to tell you that until you get in front of the auditor 3 years from now, and the auditor's pushing back on you because this government needs money, and they're going to do whatever they can to get money. So they're basically going to be looking at you across the desk, and where is your promoter going to be to defend you? Do you think they're going to be there? Do you think they're going to put up much of a fight for you? Basically, trust me, you'll be signing documents that basically let them off the hook, that they are not going to take any of the liability for anything that happens to your taxes or audits down the road. Good luck, but they've already gotten their money, and they're bye-bye. They're going to also, when they create these constructs, the deferred sales trust, the monetized installment sale, for example, or put you into an opportunity zone, you've got to really, really look hard at that. They're going to have control of your money. Yes, they're going to tell you they're going to invest it in something, right? They'll get invested for you, but you're going to save all this tax. But gee, what if I wanted to get the money, and where is my money actually being invested? And what is the economics of that? Do you even understand that? They're going to tell you what they've done in the past, and historically this is what they've done. Do they have any idea? Do you have any idea what you're looking at going into the future, the economic volatility of where we are? We have had 40 years of tailwinds, 15 years in the last 15 years of massive tailwinds that have pushed everything up. All asset classes have gone up, 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 and it's been wonderful, but it doesn't stay up forever. And I can promise you it's going to go the other way. Are you prepared? Do you understand what you're investing in if you take these risks right now? Particularly if you've amassed considerable capital in your life. This is supposed to be like your nest egg that's going to carry you the rest of your life, and you're going to put it in risky investments just to save the taxes. I think it's a really risky move, and I'm just really trying to be as definitive in my message to you not to go that direction without getting some really strong counsel. You need to really hire some people who don't have a bias, don't have an agenda on what you're doing. You cannot let the promoters and their experts be the one to tell you this is all going to all safe. You've got to get outside eyes. I have no dog in the fight at all. I don't sell any of that stuff. I don't make anything from what people invest in at all. So I'm totally agnostic. And if there's any people out there that do some good work in these areas, I'm sorry. If you're getting this message, you think I'm just plastering everybody, but there's too many bad people that are preying on hardworking people like the people I want to help, the people in dentistry and medicine, healthcare, who work really hard and sacrifice all their life and then get to a point where they finally got something to harvest, only to be tripped up at that last end, at the last 2 yards, and potentially lose a great deal of their capital at an age when they can't really afford to do it. I don't want that to be you. So just heed my warning. Don't get sucked in by the tax mitigation strategies that are out there. There are legitimate ones that you can certainly use, but not for the purposes herein, meaning to save you on a business sale. I think it's a bad move. Taxes right now are at the lowest rate we'll probably ever see again in our lifetime. So why don't you just be a little safer, pay the darn tax, and then learn to invest your capital, what's left over. Invest it well into things you understand. You need to understand what you're investing in. If you're just playing flyers out there because the market's been high and going up and up, and most asset classes have been that way for the last 2 or 3 years, coming out of 2008, 9, 10, 11, we've just seen the market just going a bull run. This is not a time to expect that historically this is going to continue. Please be very careful out there. I don't want to see you be harmed by what you don't know and what people can talk you into. It's your freedom. You've got to stay focused on it. Be diligent, my friends. Be diligent.